Hi, welcome to Pink Board. Today we are going to see the explanation of the poem An Elementary School Classroom in a Slum, which is written by Stephen Spender. In the earlier video, we have seen the explanation of the first stanza and the second stanza. In the first stanza, we saw about the children who are coming to that slum school. In the second stanza, we saw about the classroom which is there in the slum. So, in this video, we are going to see the third stanza and the fourth stanza. In the third stanza, we are going to see what is available for the children and what sort of education they had and how they are acquiring knowledge. In the last stanza, we are going to see that what they can do to achieve in life and who are responsible for helping them for their enrichment. So, that is what we are going to see in the third stanza and the fourth stanza. So, before we go to this video, I would like to tell you, if you haven't subscribed my channel, please subscribe it. Okay? Yes, now I am going to give you line by line explanation. Please follow it. Surely Shakespeare is wicked, the map a bad example. So, for these children, the picture, the portrait of Shakespeare in the classroom makes them to consider that Shakespeare is a wicked man, and the world map which is given in the classroom seems to be like a bad example for them, because their world is entirely different. Their world is their slum. So, it is difficult for them to understand that such a world exists in reality, with ships and sun and love tempting them to steal. So, through the works of Shakespeare, and when they are coming to know that okay, these are there in the real world, like ship is there, sun is there, and then people used to show love towards each other. All these make them to steal, because they couldn't able to acquire it by themselves being in that situation. So, that is why they were trying to take a wrong path in acquiring that by different means. That is what is given here as stealing. For lives that slyly turn in their cramped holes. So, because of getting involved in such activities, what will happen is their lives are trickily made into fall, okay, or stay in their poor hutments, and that is given here as not a place where a human can live. It is like a rat's hole, and that too it is not a good hole what a rat can make, and it is given here as a cramped hole, small, which is not a comfortable, congested one. So, because of such activity, what is going to happen is, earlier we found that their present life as well as their future life is painted with fog, that is, it is unclear. So, that unclear world or unclear future is going to turn into make them to search or to steal something without taking rest in the night. And here it is asked in the question, is their unclear future is going to change into endless nights because of this. On their slag heap, right, slag is nothing but dirt, what we call as something like a residue which has left over. So, that is how their body is. So, their body is considered to be the heap or mounted, which is out of dirt, fully dirt which has gathered over, or we can call it as a garbage dump. That is how their body is. These children wear skins peeped through bones. So, when you take these children's body, earlier we found that they are very lean, and here it is said that the bones are visible, okay, because the skin is like just it has rested over the bones. That is how it is. So, they are just wearing skin over their bones, not even not even some flesh we could able to find in their body, no muscle is there. That is how it is given. And spectacles of steel with mended glass. So, as actually we know that they are not getting enough food, and they are with diseases because of malnutrition, and here they are also wearing spectacles to read. And how these spectacles are is, it is made up of steel and it is of mended glass. Mended glass in the sense the glass which is repaired. So, and how it is which is like bottle bits on stones. So, small parts which are visible, which are good enough, okay, in that whole glass. So, that is how it is. So, we could able to see through only a small bit in it. So, rest of the areas are blurred, we can't see through properly. That is how the spectacles is. All of their time and space or foggy slum. So, what they know in their life is the slum. They can't come out of it. Their whole life is the slum, and they are destroyed being here. Okay, they couldn't able to have any initiative, they couldn't able to get any exposure, they don't know about the outside world because of staying here in this slum. So, plot their maps with slums as big as doom. So, the slum, okay, is a place which is making them to go or move towards destruction. So, this is what their map is, this is what their world is. Their slum is their map, their slum is their world. Okay, but what it is giving them, where they are taken into, is the world of destruction. They are nearing towards the death. So, being in the slum, they cannot be benefited. That is what Stephen Spencer is telling. Unless they come out of their slum, they can't enjoy their life, they can't live their life how other individuals live in this world. So, they have to come out of their slum. That is what Stephen Spencer is telling. Unless governor, inspector, visitor. So, who is going to help them? Who can help them? As the officers, officials, government officials like governor or inspector or visitor, visitor in the sense educationist or some social workers who can help them to come out of the slum where they are living. This map becomes their window. So, this map refers to the help what they can offer for these people. So, that alone will help them to know the real world. That will act as a window from their slum to know the real world. But what these windows are doing? These windows that shut upon their lives like catacombs. But these windows which has to enable them to see the real world outside, what it is doing is, it is closing the door, shutting it, and they are getting locked inside their slum like catacombs. Catacombs is nothing but a graveyard, okay, an underground gallery. So, they couldn't able to find enough space to have their graveyards over land, and that is how they have digged the ground, and a gallery like is formed. We can step inside it and we can have the graves. So, that is what is catacomb. So, here what the help can be offered by rich people or the government officials, that is not provided, that is not acting as a window to reach the outer world, to see the outer world, rather than it is shutting their life inside the slum. They couldn't able to come out with their help. Break, oh break, open till they break the town. So, it is left up to you. You have to break and come out. So, here we could able to find the children who couldn't able to come out. You have to cry out, you have to shout. Okay, this has to be broken. The restrictions, the barriers what the children have should be broken, so that they can be brought out from this slum, dirty slum, which is not going to provide them anything. They have to come out of it. The walls or the barriers, the obstacles what they face in their life to come out of this has to be broken, or which is restricting them to stay inside the slum has to be broken, so that they can come out and show the children to green fields. So, what Stephen Spender is telling us, bring them out, show them the real world, show them there is a real world beyond the slum. Make their world run azure on golden sands, and let their tongues run naked into books, the white and green leaves open. So, here what Stephen Spender is telling us, allow them to enjoy being in nature, show the children to green fields, allow them to be one with nature, allow them to run freely in the desert, allow them to read the books, let their tongues run into the books. And here the poet have given two books, white books and green books. The white books refers to the books, that is the textbooks what we have, and the green books which is offered by the nature. It is open for them all the time. Let them enjoy what is gifted by God. History theirs, whose language is the sun. So, history, people can create history. These children can also create history when they could able to work like sun, with strength, with power, with energy, with the warmth and brightness. So, sometimes our dreams will not make us to sleep, as Abdul Kalam said. That is what the dream he expected the children to do. So, the dream will never allow us to sleep. Such a sort of dream, if a child is having, if it is determined to do something, obviously they can challenge the world and they can create histories. So, here we have some poetic devices. In the third line, their houses is compared to the houses or the holes of rat. So, there we have metaphor, because it no word like as or like is used there. And then third line from the bottom in the first stanza, like bottle bits on stones. So, the mended glass is like the bottle bits of stones. So, that is simile. So, the word like is used here. And then in the fourth stanza, run azure and run naked. From the last second line and the third line. When two consecutive lines are starting with the same word, okay, when two consecutive lines are starting with the same word. So, here the line starts with run azure, in the next line it is with run naked. So, this is anaphora, and then here white and green leaves open. So, the nature as well as the books are available for the children always. So, here it is a metaphor. So, these are the poetic devices which we can have. If you want to go through the explanation of the first and the second stanza, I have given the link over below. You can have a look at it. I hope this is helpful for you. Thank you.